Welcome back to the Simply Awesome Podcast. This is part two.
Part
We were,
two.
we were speaking about what's going on in LA right now. Let's continue, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. Uh, the I mean, it's perfect. Again, it's perfect for harvesting organs. Uh, Unfortunately, and it's just terrible thing to see your loved ones just be able to just not even get the special treatment. Well, not just special treatment, just the proper treatment in order for them to survive or to get through whatever the pain or something that it might be going through.
Man, there's not enough resources for anything. There's not enough PPE. There's not enough oxygen, enough ventilators, enough beds. Like people that even take their even commercial like old wings that shut down and using them for beds. And there's not enough beds, so people don't believe COVID is real. People think it's a joke. People
That's
think it's a
what I
joke.
think.
People think that, oh, I'm young and I'm healthy. No, you can be dead in 2 minutes. Like, it's not a game. People think it's really a game. Like, it's not a joke. It's not a game. This is a real life and death situation.
100.
Yes, sir.
And they don't get it until they're dying in the bed or their mother or father or their sister and brothers in the bed dying. They I talk to them through an iPad or an iPhone, like, oh, this is my last word to you. When they did, they're in a coma, and you're like, oh, I love you. I wish I could answer that. And it's too late after that at that point.
Exactly. How you
Straight
feel,
up.
my Marcus?
I mean, first and foremost, again, blessings to those people's families, man. Like that, like you said, to not be to receive the treatment that you need, especially when it's a given, like hospitals and those type of services are definitely like given, like we pay taxes for that type of stuff, but at the end of the day, for them not to receive certain things, it's just tough. It's just tough place to be. Really, really tough place to be. Hard to even like assemble a thought for it. Like my first thought when he mentioned it. What do you mean? but
Man,
then California was going through a lot of you know like wildfires and
yeah.
stuff of that nature. So it really is. It really just a tough place to be, man. I'm just very grateful that me myself, my family, and the few acquaintances that I speak to here and there, they're all in a great health, great place right now, to my knowledge.
Mhm.
So my blessings just go out to those people, man.
Yeah, man. A couple other states are soon to be like California, where they're doing the tent thing, and like not enough doctors to get to see everybody, and like it's crazy. Because people don't believe that it's real. Like it's real. It's not enough oxygen for people. Not enough ventilators. For people. It's no ventilators. Like everything's being used up. These doctors and nurses being run ragged. This is not a joke. It's not a. It's not a game. This is real life. And people are real life dying from this. Everybody thinks it's a game. It's not a game.
Yeah,
So if
hopefully
you
things
can
get
stay
better.
safe, stay safe. Do not go to large gatherings. Do not be out and about. Do not be in Atlanta or Mississippi or Alabama, Florida,
Or
wherever
Houston.
the hell you are, out and about in
Houston.
large gatherings. Stop the bullshit. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. If you don't believe in masks, wear the goddamn mask.
I like how he said, "Don't be in Atlanta." Shout out to everybody that lives in Atlanta.
Look, man,
Shout out.
Or
it's
Houston.
it's it's nothing
It's
against Atlanta, but I'm
Houston.
seeing droves of people fly to Atlanta and Vegas, all these other places, and being out
Miami too.
without being in Miami and being out without masks, no social distance, no nothing. They're just out and about like it's not regular. It's not normal. Stop doing it. I understand you don't want to be in the house. I understand you want to be around people, but stop. You're fucking putting people at risk. You're putting people at risk for death.
That's a good
You
point.
being
Well,
out and about was not that serious. You can always go out. Outside not going nowhere. I know people like, oh, outside going. Outside is not going nowhere. You can still leave your house. You can still do things. But you risking someone else's life for your 5, 10 minutes of enjoyment is asinine, stupid, and irresponsible.
Yeah. One lesson I was taught growing up, man. A lot of times, you make fun of a situation until you're in it. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
got you got to learn from your mistakes
Great point.
sometimes.
Mind
When
you,
Great
people
point.
forget that the last time we had this was what the Spanish flu in 1918. That lasted what 3 years? We're only in what year one in a month. The start of the first
Yeah,
month, like come on.
like,
No,
feels
no,
like
we
it's
haven't
only been
hit
3 months.
no, we haven't hit a year yet. We don't hit a year till next
March.
month.
So till March, really.
To March, yeah, that's when I was out.
No, I'm saying that like I'm saying again, as everyone knew it was happening, which is February. So we don't
That was
hit a
like
whole
March.
year
Like
till
March.
February. They didn't implement people being out till March, but they told everybody in February.
Sure.
But it was like, oh, was something happening? Something happening.
But
They
if
give
it
the
don't
full
affect
extent.
you, it don't affect you until March.
Yeah, till March. Yeah,
March.
took about a month and a half away for it being a whole year. So we still got what 2 years ago. Like, come on now, people are ridiculous.
So Rudy Gobert started it off in the NBA. He kicked it off. That's when niggas knew it was real.
Even with the vaccines out there, they're not widely available to the general public. They're only for frontline responders, doctors, nurses, people in assisted living homes, such as CNA, GNAs, and the older folks that are there. So if you're a regular person, you will not be getting it in the next month or so. Unless something happens, I'll see. They haven't announced that we're going to get it as a general public.
Right.
It will eventually get to us, but not in the next month or so.
Yeah, and just a topic I don't know, but yeah, this new strain of COVID.
2 new strains.
Yeah, and so the vaccine is not even gonna work for them.
Yeah, man, I got about some more stuff. Oh, speaking of the vaccine, there was a pharmacist, I want to say, in Wisconsin that was arrested for allegedly tampering with 500 doses of the COVID vaccine.
Oh, you trying to sell him?
I want to say alleged because we don't know if he technically hasn't been charged with anything.
Yeah, he wasn't charged yet.
They suspect him, and he's been arrested for it, but he hasn't technically been brought more charges yet. He hasn't had his court date yet. So it's alleged right now until he's gone through the court case and he's been convicted. So allegedly, he messed with 500 doses of the vaccine.
So wait a minute, he messed up, or he was trying to sell it?
No, he messed with.
He tampered.
He tampered with.
He's trying to kill people.
Allegedly, we don't know for sure. We don't know what he was doing.
Allegedly,
but allegedly he was messing with the doses.
According to articles, his motives remain clear, and he actually misplaced some of the doses. So they were refrigerated, I believe, at the time, and he removed them from refrigeration.
Yeah.
They were saying, he was tampering with evidence and whatnot, or tampering with the dose. I'm sorry,
the doses.
Yeah, he was tampering with the doses.
Allegedly,
yes, allegedly.
But they
were still able to use a few of the doses, though, to my knowledge, and the doses that weren't usable cost, I guess, that medical center, that medical group, up to $11,000. So, if he is convicted, he has a hefty fine.
Yeah, that's a federal crime right there.
Yeah.
Big time federal crime. Not multiple federal crimes right there. Was with the vaccine. So yeah, he fucked up. He really fucked up.
Yeah, he didn't. That wasn't a smart decision on his behalf. If that was his intention, if it wasn't, he's a good guy.
It depends on if he actually did it. We don't know yet. It's all alleged. That's not in court yet. Yeah. So all right. Apparently, the UK delayed the second dose of the vaccine.
Okay.
And as you know, the vaccines that are currently out, both from Pfizer and Moderna, are 2-stage vaccine. You can only get one, and it comes you get a booster shot. That's the second part. Apparently, the UK has delayed the second shot. We don't know for what reason right now, but they just said they delayed it.
I got a question, Roy. How do you feel about us getting vaccines from other countries?
If it goes to the proper channels, I have no bad opinions about it. I say, like I said, if it goes to the proper channel and everything's done right, as it should be, which I trust that they will do, I feel it's a good thing. I feel it's a good thing because there's not enough labs here to actually produce it. or enough people and lab techs and technicians to actually go through the process because people will still be trained on it now. So if they have medical people that can actually do it over in other countries that are trained and certified and actually have the wherewithal to do it, I say go right here.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Trustworthy man right there.
I'm good with that.
No, because every lab has to be tested. They have stringent settings that they actually go through. If you are a legitimate lab, they do have government oversight, huge government oversight, and other entities within the medical field that will come through and do random checks on you to make sure you're actually doing the right thing.
So the WHO coordinates, I guess, regulations between nation to nation. As far as like,
That's they can, but they do have in country places that do it. Depending on what country you're in, they do have non-biased, non-governmental agencies that actually will do it too. Because you have to be peer reviewed and governmental reviewed in most labs to actually make sure you're doing what you say you're doing. If it's a legitimate lab.
understood.
You're not working out your roles. You're not doing no crazy stuff. You're actually legitimate lab that does real work. Yes, they will double check your stuff to make sure you're straight.
Rightfully so, though. You're playing with people's health there, so
yes,
rightfully so.
Yeah.
And again, you will have your bad actors in every place. Like we've seen people that were lab techs mess with evidence for DNA and all that other stuff, but those are bad actors, not actual whole laboratories doing it. We're talking about bad actors, lone wolves, and all that other stuff that you have. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about actual whole labs that are actually doing their job for the most part. Which is straight. Let's see.
Man, Royal faded to black for a second.
Yeah, right.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we missed that we could actually speak on right now because stuff happens like every 2 seconds, and I don't want to miss anything that's really important.
Understood.
I'm mad that Roy is rich, man, with the background.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is something new. I just seen on Twitter. So apparently there are Trump audio tapes where the president is pressuring Georgia Secretary of State to find votes for him in the state and to try to rig the election. So there's that.
Another roadblock.
I'm trying to, who would have guessed?
So there's that. Yeah, that's not shocking, but it is also shocking that trying to circumvent the American system. That's crazy. It's crazy. What do you guys thoughts?
By any means necessary, seems like.
Hey man, you ain't winning unless you cheating. Ain't
that's your quote right there, bro. That's your quote. I guess he living your quote right there.
No. I'm staying in my own lane.
Like that's really wild. How you gonna price somebody to 5 your votes? Like 5 more votes for me. Like if they not there, I can't just make them up. Like no, you gonna 5 them shits.
Yeah, you must don't understand the United States government.
You 5 my shit.
Right. Man, that's just he needs to go sit in the corner, man.
What? That's very crazy.
There.
Well, it's a bit tiring seeing that there's a comedy show here in the United States of America. Like I never would in a million years thought that Donald Trump would be the president of the United States, except for a South Park episode. But yet we're living in a South Park episode.
Man, the Simpsons had his run like 20 years ago. He actually won. It's crazy. It's some wild stuff. Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
It's just crazy to me that he won. So, as a political science major, no, not that he won. You know, fair. Every man that qualifies for the presidency, you know, if he runs,
he
wins. if he runs and he wins, you know, bid him his fair, you know, reward. But it's just crazy to me in a country, you know, where we are known for being leaders at what we do. As a political science major, you know what I'm saying? When you look at his campaign and the time of when he was running against Hillary, if I remember Trump's background correctly, he was never in any political offices. He was never in any political, you know, like careers, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
to look at a lady who's been a senator, you know, she worked and lived beside a president, you know what I mean? And literally has the experience, the background, the education, everything designed.
It wasn't shocking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's literally just crazy to think that, you know, like I'm not gonna ask, you know, an NBA player to go on a hockey field or a hockey rink per se and take me to a championship. You know, I would never do that. You would never ask a rapper.
Shit, you had LeBron here do it. Here drag ass there. LeBron drag ass to a championship.
Hey, well, maybe on a PlayStation 4, you know, career team, he may drag anywhere, but like in the real world, I would never ask.
But here's the thing: it's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
100%, and it's crazy to think that, man.
Like forces, no matter what level, clearly.
Again, if you're a political science major, I respect that. If you know this country, you know that most women that voted for that election don't like women. They don't give a damn about women.
I've seen videos myself where like there were female, you know, Americans that they said it blatantly out their mouth.
They say, I don't care for her. I don't want no woman up there leading me. I want a man leading me. That's what they say.
Literally was the case. And I was like, well, so be it. I you know, I can't, you know, I was taught a long time ago, I want to say my second semester of my freshman year, you know, in one of my classes, you can alter someone's schemata, you know, but majority of the time you can't. Some people just won't change the way they think. And here we are.
Yeah,
I mean, people get so caught up or, you know, settle with the status quo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The way things are instead of the way things should be.
Yes.
You know, it's scary trying to go to the unknown.
Yeah.
Go with things that you're familiar with.
For anybody trying to go forward to the next election, please talk to the white women that are voters. That's the group you need to reach. Not black voters, not Latino voters, white women. That's your target audience because they're going to swing the vote either way. That's why the largest groups is out there is going to swing you one way or the other.
I will give credit to white women. They turn out for anything.
Oh, they going to vote. They going to vote. It depends on whether they like what you're saying or not.
Yeah. They about that life.
They the ones you got to target. Next time. Now, black people, don't talk to us late, but don't just come just talking to us. Go for the white women because that's going to be the group you're going to need to sway.
100%.
Let's see.
Hey, Marcus.
My fault. I instantly hit the button.
What do you say, man?
Now, so that was my only take from the, you know, watching that campaign. You know, and I speaking to a few of my coworkers about it, speaking to just different people. Like, you know, usually I was taught your experience is everything, and to like vote a guy with no experience compared to a woman who's literally worked side by side with a guy in, you know, that chair is just amazing. But at the end of the day, man, I always, you know, no matter what the topic may be, no matter what circumstances, we as a people, we as a country, or even we as a community, whatever section of the world or topic that I'm in that day, I always focus on what I can do to make myself and my environment better. So, like I always say in college, man, all you ever needed was a chance, coach.
All we ever needed was a chance.
All we ever needed was a chance, coach. Just gotta make it better from there. So
that's
right.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi is now the Speaker of the House again. Nancy Pelosi is now the Speaker of the House, reelected. It's official. That's what's up.
Stoke. How much time we got left, Roy?
Let me check. We got a good amount of time. We've been going for a little bit. We got some time.
Okay.
All right, let's do one more thing. Let's wrap it up.
All right, let's get it.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Nancy Pelosi, we can go to the vandalism of the houses. Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell houses were both vandalized over the weekend. They both wrote, "Give my money, where my shit at? Run me my money on their doors." And other phrases, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what they wrote on their doors in graffiti or whatever. Mind you, people that wrote that on Pelosi's door don't know how the system works. They need to write it on Mitch's door because he the one blocking the shit. But we don't agree with tagging people's houses and harassing them. We don't agree with that.
I say I do not endorse that.
We don't endorse that.
Don't
We don't endorse that over here. We're just stating what happened. We don't endorse that over here. We're stating what happened.
We don't endorse it at all.
And telling you who exactly. It's stop the process, but hey. Yeah. People got.
I don't have sympathy for Mitch.
You need to learn who actually is running the process, like who's stopping everything. Because people like, oh, Pelosi stopped it. Like, no. She pushing for it. Bitch, the one that stopped, yo. Actually read some articles, do a little bit of research, do Google, take 5 seconds to do. You can see what's going on. What do y'all think about this thing? What do y'all think about this intimidation they try to do for these senators and the congressmen?
I mean, it don't really matter much. He's still collecting his check, and I'm pretty sure he can afford security, shit like that. But I mean, it's just upsetting that like he did anything for his progress for the American people, and it's really petty because in the grand scheme of things, $2,000 is not even a lot of money for a regular person. You know what I'm saying? So for you just to be saying no, just saying because of too much spending, like we spend too much for the military and a whole bunch of other frivolous things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's too much spending. It was like what, $50 million for Israel with that bill? Like what the hell we sending $50 million to Israel for?
Right. So it's like
that's part of the bill that got passed. So, hey.
I mean, at some point we gotta stop playing politics and start doing things for the people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it affects us how we live. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, the same ideologies of the way you thinking of the country should be run, it's not working. Clearly, there's a divide as far as poverty and social status. Clearly, there's always an ongoing problem between social classes continually. So clearly, the ideology that you have going isn't working if people are still complaining. I mean, people still have complaints because people, have different lives and stuff like that. But
not a Mitch constituents complaining.
I guess not. But
what you guys say about this, Marcus?
I mean, I do want to start back again with saying I do not endorse that type of action, man. That is a quick way if you get caught to, serve some time. So I'd be mindful for if any of those listeners were suggesting that, to each his own, but I wouldn't take that route.
Don't do it.
But I mean, to also tag along, kind of like what Aline was saying, when you think of the grand scheme of things, right? Now, you're looking at a lot of people to not donate, but to give them a $2,000 check. So you are covering a lot of spending or funding per se, but also that money gets pushed back into the economy a lot of times. Yeah. Not all of it is just necessarily for bills, you know what I mean? So some people, groceries, clothing, whatever it may be. And that's how you literally push the economy.
Yeah. We don't want to go stagnant. We damn sure don't go stagnant.
You definitely don't want to go stagnant. So
yeah, but hey, Mitchell, multi-millionaire, he don't give a damn. We go, what, 200-something million?
Right. It affects him. No matter whatever happens with the country, it doesn't affect him. But
man, hopefully they figure this out. Hopefully they get it together. Hopefully they get together. Again, do not harass your Congress people in that way. Call them, leave emails, leave voicemails. That's the only way we tell you to harass them. Harass them the good way. Leave emails, leave voicemails. Call them. That's it.
If you want to hit them where it really hurts, vote them out.
A lot of people not gonna do that, but that is the right thing to do. Vote them out. Vote them out. A lot of people complain that not gonna do that, but do that for real. You really about that life. Vote them out.
Vote them out. So if you want to hear them, show up to the polls. That's the best way.
100%.
Yes. All right. That was the last subject. Marcus, would you like to plug yourself and anything else you got before we leave?
Absolutely. So again, I want to thank Aleem Royal for having me on that podcast. You know, it's always an honor. Aleem, again, good friend from college, way before college too at that, but
yeah,
good homie, Royal, good man too. Got to meet him once in life, so good people, you guys. And again, I'm Marcus Williams. You can find my book on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Amazon, you'll be able to see a little bit better. Barnes and Nobles, I'm still working out the kinks with them. But Instagram, again, I'm author Marcus Williams, literally spelled just that way, author Marcus Williams. Facebook, Marcus Cosmo Williams is my main page, but the author page, author Marcus Williams. My Twitter is at Captain_Curve01 or Captain_Curve1. I changed it. Somebody else has my name in this world.
Okay.
But again, if you guys want to see the book again, here it is.
Nice.
Mark, I
need
my.
How would you say, Lynn?
I said I need mine.
Yeah, I got you. No worries, good brother. I'm still waiting on orders for my coordinator, Miss Jenna. Still waiting for my coordinator to send me a few more. But yeah, man. And again, my book, you guys, for anybody that's listening, I designed it for those who are interested in the marketing or sales professions. It's not the easiest job in the world. It's not the funnest sometimes, but like any other job, it's very impactful. It's very useful. And if you get good at it, it's very lucrative. I mean, I was able to travel. I was able to help people. And somebody jokingly at work said, yo, you should write a book. And I took the joke for seriousness. And I would love to just help anybody out. And I'm also open to all feedbacks and criticisms on any social media platform. I'm working to get better as a person and an author. So by all means, if anybody listening wants to give me any feedbacks, reach out to me. I'm more than happy to, listen to you.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you for joining us. Yes.
Like how much you've grown and developed over these years, man. Me, helping you and guiding you, throughout high school and college, man. See you really out here doing your thing, man. It's,
yeah, man.
I really,
like I said, man. All I ever needed was a chance, Coach. That's all I ever asked for.
That's true, man. A lot of hard work and dedication. I've seen that personally, from those long nights in the library.
Man, man. I get home to 2 a.m. sometimes, man. I wouldn't trade I wouldn't trade those for the world, man, but damn, bro. Those are some tough moments, man.
Those tough moments. Also, saying me and you communicating on the basketball court, you helped me become a better player, best shooter in the world. But yeah, saying that communication skills, that the high IQ, whether in life or basketball, that's really done carries you over to propel you to
yeah.
And that's one thing I love about you, man. You just you keep on pushing, keep on instilling good energy into other people, man.
I do what I can, man. Come from the bottom, you got to, man. I've seen so many talented people fall short for X amount of reasons. I was actually talking to a guy today. Man, it's so much talent where I'm from basketball, man. And I just used it to keep me out of trouble and just help me plateau to another level, man. Just college, honor society, getting a book, working for a Fortune 500 company. Well, I'm sorry, Fortune 1000 company, maybe 500 now, but Fortune 1000 when I started. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? You just look back to those humbling moments when I was, you know, like 30% of the people I grew up with were killed. You know what I mean? Like, I had family members in and out of jail. It's just, and when you wake up one day, it's like you just want different. You just gotta work for it. And that's what separates you from everyone else. Just put your head down and just, you know, and to this day, I still reach out to all those people that I grew up with that were like troublesome, all of them, you know what I'm saying? Even people that, you know, we went to college with that fell short on hard times, you know, I keep up with them, talk to them, see if I can help them in any way. So I'm
Likewise, yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of people dealing with mental health issues. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, do fall on hard times. So they need some sort of pick me up and
100%.
need words of encouragement. So I always instill positivity and give great energy to people as much as possible.
100%, man. Yeah. And you know, if anybody could take anything from our book, you know, a lot of people when they were telling me when I was making it, or I'm sorry, not making it, when I was working on the manuscript, I'm sorry. A lot of people, you know, dude, you can make a lot of money, dude, you can get these speaking events, you can, you know, if everything goes right, you can, you know, travel the world for, you know, all that stuff. And I'm like, that's all great, man. But the overall objective, I just want somebody to be like, you know, that was helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? Like those notes made me a better marketer in my mind. And I was able to travel to other places, produce, you know, good numbers and help other people. So I would love for somebody else to just reach out like, man, like, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I was coming up, there was, I mean, it probably were books, but I literally just had to study. Same way like I was in the libraries, man, just had to study, just read, just read. And I'm just literally reading like the same stuff over and over and how to say it, when to say it, how to do it. How should you approach, you know, potential clients and customers, how you should interact with them and which interactions you absolutely should do, which ones you can't do, you know? And a lot of people aren't there to hold your hand for those situations. So I would like that book to be that, okay, I see what to do. I see how to do it. This makes sense. This doesn't. How do I move forward? You know? So yeah, that was just my whole mindset with that, man. Like, you know, if I do ever become super successful as an author or writer, you know, happy days, but I'd rather give back more importantly.
That's right, man. Give it back. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, man. Again, thank you, Marcus, man, for joining us. You know, being on the platform, such an awesome platform.
Yes, thank you.
Much love. Royal, any closing words for you, Royal?
Yeah, stay safe, stay positive.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask, wash your hands. Try to social distance where you can, which is everywhere you should be. Watch us on YouTube, Something Else Empowered.
All right.
Let's do a podcast.
All right, man. Okay, nigga. This is podcast, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in. First time, last time listeners. We're going to give you guys more content over the next coming weeks, man. So just stay tuned, man. But you know what I'm saying? Again, we out.